King of Kings, I agree 1,000% with Nash, saying Punk needs to get his test checked. It's going to help him out for longevity. What's this? All right, so we've covered health a lot here. We've gone over blood work. We've talked about your blood work, which every 7 days you have done. The deal with tests, with testosterone, there's a natural depletion, right, at a certain age. So it bell curves. And
at about 30, it starts to really...
30?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I would have gone much. I would have put it like in the 50s or something.
Oh, God, no. No.
So you mean to tell us our raging boners haven't been the same since we were in our 30s?
Do you remember fucking when you were like 11, 12, 13? I mean, fucking, you could drive a nail with that motherfucker.
So, all right. So test starts to deplete. Now, if you begin to take testosterone, do you do this in pill form, replacement? I don't know. I see it on TV.
Injections.
There's all these test
pills. If it's on TV, it's fucking garbage.
But now, aren't there a bunch of negative side effects to testosterone, like hair loss and
if you take bodybuilding dosage.
Okay, so you're saying there is a small enough dosage.
I take 200 milligrams probably every 8 days. A professional bodybuilder will take 4,000 milligrams a week.
Now, where do you go for your? You have a doctor.
I go to a doctor.
Okay.
And I'll get like 3 months supply, needles, syringes, and then my wife injects me once a week.
Now, so what are the benefits?
Benefits? Well, so when a woman, as a woman ages, she loses her estrogen, and she goes into menopause. And when a man loses his testosterone, he goes into andropause. And I believe one of the biggest pro testosterone things is that your prostate is a sex gland. So if you're producing a ton of estrogen, it's going to attack your prostate. Like my PSA is 0.7. I mean,
assuming this doesn't mean public service announcement, your PSA is your.
It's the marker that determines prostate health.
Okay.
In your blood. So I think you have to start to worry when it's 4.0.
PSA. So would that be in my blood work here?
Yeah.
PSA?
I don't know if you get.
I don't know if he was looking for that.
Well, it's exactly. That's why there's a difference between going and having your blood work and going for someplace that's doing longevity.
Exactly. So clearly they're not worried about my lung.
Yeah, he'd much rather stick a finger up your ass and check your prostate.
Right. Well, that's got to happen now, too. I'm 51. I'm told this has to happen now.
I don't have mine fucking done.
So how do you get it checked?
Fucking look at my PSA.
So if they can gauge by that, why are we going through this rigmarole of drinking that gimmick and then getting knocked out and the doctor crawls up your ass? Why don't we just check the PSA?
That's you're talking about.
I'm talking about a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with prostate.
I tell you what I did last time. I told him, send me the box. I'll shit in the box.
Cologuard, right?
Fuck yeah, I shit in the box. I said, you know what? I said, last time I was taking this fiber product and I went and fucking they said, oh, you've got too much of this shit in your deal and we couldn't do it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
You couldn't have the colonoscopy because you had too much fiber?
I had too much. I was taking it was a Rich Pinata had this. God, it was I forget what it was called. It was like a
Rich
carb
Pinata, what a game show host name.
Rick Pinata, Pinata, whatever his name is. He was that 5% nutrition guy.
Oh. God, I don't wish a name like
And
this with Rich Pinata.
so I said, well, fuck that. So I just shit in the box.
But the problem with that is, of course, it's only like 80-something% effective, right? Accurate, I mean. So
Yeah, but the chance of getting a perforated fucking colon is zero.
Oh yeah. All right. So So if you go on testosterone, you're not going into aminopause. What is it?
Andropause.
Andropause.
Also, like your heart's a muscle. So if
Yeah.
if you watch I mean, the only things that you've got to watch for is you've got to watch for your lipids. You got to watch your for cholesterol and all that. I mean, it's like anything else. It's like if you feel better. Like there was a guy the other day that was on one of the things I was watching. He said, "Yeah," he said, "you got to watch out if you take testosterone replacement because," he said, "A, you're going to feel a lot better. B, you're going to sleep deeper." And he named like 90, you know, things that he had found. He was 41 years old. He goes, "I can't believe I waited this long."
All right, but you lift weights, you not bodybuild, but you're very conscious. You're in the gym every day. You work out. So I guess testosterone accelerates muscle growth too, right? We're talking about
Yes,
as you get to a certain age.
and repair.
So if I'm not going to the gym, I'm not.
It's what makes it's what makes you fucking use a urinal. Testosterone means you're a man.
Yeah, but
Estrogen means you're a woman.
I find it hard to believe that.
If you have low tests, you're fucking on your way. That's why all of a sudden you start to fucking
Buy dresses and high heels and purses.
When you go to piss, you just kind of want to you start feeling the gravity turning you so you can sit down. I'm telling you right now, if you went and had your testosterone checked, I bet you it's fucking 190.
Out of a scale of what?
They would want it to be minimum of 400, and they could put you on a cream that you could put on on your rib cage. You wouldn't have to take a shot, and just there's you don't have to take an injection, but I'm just telling you, you would sleep better, you would lose instead of to me, what's the difference between taking a drug that's been testosterone has been around since World War II. The Germans.
Well, it's been in us forever, but you mean as a supplement?
I'm talking about yeah. And they started using it, doping the athletes and everything else in like the 30s. I think D-ball might have been the first testosterone replacement was Dianabol.
Dianabol.
So,
I know nothing about testosterone, what it does, or the numbers, but from my years hosting kayfabe commentary shows, I know every steroid or every testosterone illegally used, from Deca, which you mentioned, Dianabol. Now they're the water-based ones and the oil-based ones too, correct?
Right. Oil-based, like there's testosterone and cypionate is the closest to what your body produces. Testosterone enanthate is a longer ester, so the peaks between your injections are much, it's a little bit of a smoother. Some longevity doctors will give you that. There's also a propionate, which it's a little bit longer affecting. I think mine is 180 milligrams of cypionate and 20 propionate compound that I take.
You get a cocktail.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of an extra little stick on the ribs until your next shot gimmick.
Now to Ren, if he's still listening, and now it was not an '80s singer or an old movie, but I did know the difference between the Decca and the Diana ball. So I just have to point that out. So I can get a cream that I put on my ribs.
Yeah, I think that's what I've never
seeps into me.
I took steroids when I broke in. Like I took steroids for I think 26 months because I bodybuilded, and then once I got done with bodybuilding, then that was just like, and I mean I put like fucking 30 pounds on in like a year, and I said, fuck, I said, if I'm going to break in, and people that see me as a master blaster, I'm way bigger than I am as Diesel. So,
Dakota Calk, if you could tag any win the belts with any big man in the business, past or present, and have a dominant run with, who would it be? Would it be multiple answers are okay? Would it be Andre, Kane, Taker, Big Show, anyone? Thanks for being my favorite in WCW. So if you had to tag with a big man, who would you work well with?
Gee, let me think. Wow. How about Scott Hall?
Well, I think by big man, I think they mean someone who works big style like you.
Kane's 2 inches taller than Scott.
Yeah, but in the ring, they put the lifts on. They built him as a big man.
No, I don't want to work with any big man because it's going to suck. You got to have somebody out there.
How about big man to work against? I'll throw my question in.
How about I don't give a fuck?
Very good. I'm asking a basketball fan wrestling questions just because he happened to do it for 30 years.
How about somebody I had to play a 7th game against in the
Let's
paint?
talk Joe Dumars for a few minutes here. All right.